An update for you now in the Hunter Biden investigation. Several witnesses are now raising doubts about the allegations made by an IRS whistleblower. Remember, Gary Shapley claimed there was political interference in the probe of Hunter Biden's taxes, but there's new testimony from several FBI and IRS officials that run counter to that claim, and they could undercut part of the Republican Party's impeachment probe against the president. CNN's Kara Scannell has been following all of this. So, Kara, let's rewind and go back to what these allegations actually were and how they're now being refuted.
Yeah, this is an interesting development, Boris. So Gary Shapley, the IRS whistleblower, had testified before House Republicans saying that he attended this October 2022 meeting with a bunch of law enforcement officials, including U.S. Attorney David Weiss. Now, he says at this meeting, Weiss said that he didn't have the ultimate decision-making authority over whether to bring a case against Hunter Biden, and he said that he had asked for and was denied status as a special counsel. So now the investigators have spoken to a number of top officials, including the agent in charge of the field office that is conducting this investigation into Hunter Biden, his number two, and also Gary Shapley's former boss at the IRS. Now, these agents and officials have testified saying that they don't remember it the way that Shapley does. And specifically, the FBI supervisor said, in my recollection, if he would have said that, I would have remembered that. And that's specifically talking about Weiss saying that he didn't have decision-making authority. Those other officials also saying they don't recall that coming up in the meeting. Now, Shapley's lawyers say that, unlike the others, Shapley took handwritten notes during the meeting and that he then memorialized those notes in an email to his supervisor. So they're holding firm on their position. Now, these officials don't discount everything that Shapley said. In fact, they say that there are some things that Shapley testified to that they recall happening as well. And that was that Weiss couldn't get the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C. or Los Angeles to team up with them in order to bring this case. And of course, this is not the end of the road here. The committees are also subpoenaing other officials to testify. And Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, is on Capitol Hill tomorrow. Well, he will certainly face questions about this. Boris.
And Kara Scannell, thanks so much for the update. Let's take you to Capitol Hill now, actually, with CNN's Melanie Zanona, who's there for us. Melanie, these allegations are central to part of the impeachment inquiry of President Joe Biden. A date has now been set to start that process. What can you tell us?
Yeah, so this is going to be the first public-facing step that they take since House Republicans launched their impeachment inquiry a week ago from today. We know this hearing is going to be held by the House Oversight Committee on September 28th. We're told it's going to focus on allegations of corruption and abuse of public office. And while the witness list has yet to be finalized, Chairman James Comer told my colleague Annie Greer that he wants to bring in two witnesses. He wants to bring in a financial expert that can speak to the bank records pertaining to the Biden family business deals, and also a constitutional expert who is going to speak to why they think an impeachment inquiry is warranted. And meanwhile, the committee is also planning to issue its first subpoenas potentially as early as this week. They want to obtain personal and business records from both Hunter Biden and James Biden, which would be the first direct outreach from Republicans to members of the Biden family. But the White House is emphasizing here that Republicans have yet to directly link President Joe Biden to those family business deals, and they also see this effort as a distraction from all of the House GOP's other problems right now. I want to read you the statement from Ian Sams. He is a White House spokesperson. He said, "Staging a political stunt hearing in the waning days before they may shut down the government reveals their true priorities. To them, baseless personal attacks on President Biden are more important than preventing a government shutdown and the pain it would inflict on American families." And no doubt, Congress is barreling towards a government shutdown right now. Kevin McCarthy has warned that could slow down their investigations, but as of right now, it is full steam ahead. Boris.
Yeah, they canceled a vote on potentially funding the government, so a lot on House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's plate right now. Melanie Zanona, thank you so much.